everyone, happy Monday. Today we're going to be doing a strength and mobility 45-minute workout. My name is Elizabeth. I'm the health and fitness coordinator at Bedford, and I'm stepping in for Joey for this class today. I have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if you hear me sneeze or cough at all throughout this workout, but we're going to get through it. So we're going to start off with our mobility portion of the workout. So we're going to do about 6 different mobility exercises. I'll be keeping a timer on so you know how long to hold each pose. Really opening up your joints, stretching them out, stretching those muscles, warming up ahead of the strength portion of our workout. So then we're going to be doing 3 sets of each strength exercise. We have 6 strength exercises, and this will hit your total body. We're going to do 60 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest for each of those exercises. And again, I will keep track of the time, so you don't have to time that in your head. So we're going to start with mobility in just a moment here. I'm just going to set up my timer. All right, starting right now. Standing up tall on your mat, roll your shoulders blades down, and then bring your arms overhead and goal post them down your back. Okay, so hands up towards the sky, and then bring those arms down till you've got that 90-degree angle in your elbows, like a goal post, and then keep bringing those elbows down to squeeze behind your back, squeezing open those shoulder blades. Continue on this way. Really opening the back here, the upper back. 10 more seconds. Good. All right. From here, we're going to do some shoulder circles. So put your arms out, extended, and then you're going to circle them forward. Good job. Keep circling those forward. Stretching out those shoulders. And back. Isn't it surprising how much you can really feel your muscles work even in a movement like this where there's no weights? It's really not that big of a movement. Keep circling those arms. 12 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get down on the mat into a tabletop position. So your hands are under your shoulder points, your knees are under your hip points. And in just a moment, we're going to get started with threading the needle. So what that will look like is we'll start by laying on your left side. So you'll keep your right hand planted, and then you're going to thread your left arm through underneath your right arm. Put your head on your mat, the left side of your head, and then just rest here. Feeling that opening through the lats. We're just going to rest here for the full 50 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides. Getting connected with your breath here. And switch sides, plant that left hand, thread that right arm between your left arm and your left leg. And rest here. Right side of your head is resting on the mat. I love this stretch. I find it so relaxing. Okay, from here, let's go back into tabletop and let's sweep that right arm overhead, twisting towards that right arm, and then plant that back down and switch sides. So reach that left arm overhead, twist your torso and your gaze up towards that right arm, and then switch sides again. We're going to continue that way, just alternating sides, opening up your chest and your back. And rest. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm so sniffly. Trying not to sneeze here. All right, so next we're gonna go into a deep runner's lunge. So you're gonna place your hands on the mat, tabletop again. Actually, yeah, tabletop. And now we're gonna step back into a plank. And then from there, you're gonna step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So it's kind of a wide stance runner's lunge. And you can either keep that back foot, that back leg extended, or you can drop it. Either way is fine. This is a little bit more strengthening if you have your left leg up. If you have it down, you're just getting a really good stretch. I'm just gonna hold here. And then we're gonna switch sides. Really good hip flexor opener. All right, back into that plank, and then switch sides. So left foot comes up to the outside of your left hands, and then your right leg can either be hovering up, or you can bring that right knee to the ground and just hold that stretch. Great job. Three, two, one, rest. All right, next up we're gonna do another hip opener. So you're going to, let me see here, you're gonna sit up on your mat, put your feet on the ground, your knees are pointing up towards the sky. You can rest your hands behind you. And then you're gonna sort of windshield wipe your legs, okay? So let your let your legs fall to the right. So they're kind of both at a 90-degree angle here, both your knees. And then bring them back up to the middle and then switch sides. So we're gonna be holding like a couple seconds on each side, and then you're gonna go back to the middle and then switch sides again. Working on that hip mobility. Usually an area where most people are pretty tight. I know I am. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. Get one more rep in and rest. All right, we're going to do just one more mobility exercise here. So we're going to do a deep squat. So you can either do this assisted, holding on to something, or just freestyle. So you're basically going to put your hands by your chest. You can clasp them. Your feet are out wide, and you're just going to squat as deep as you can, and we're going to hold there. And maybe you rest your triceps area against your knees. Again, if this is a little bit too tough, what you can do, just hold on to something, and then just squat as deep as you can, and really hold on to that support. That'll definitely make it more doable. Holding here, getting centered, getting ready for this strength portion of our workout. Feeling strong. 2, 1, rest. Great job. All right, I'm gonna get my timer set up for the strength portion of our workout. So like I said in the beginning, it's gonna be 60 seconds of work, then 30 seconds of rest between each set. We're doing 6 different exercises, and we're doing 3 sets of each. And then we'll do a quick cool down at the end of our workout. So let me just set this up here. Okay, all you need is a set of dumbbells. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. The weight is your choice. So I'm using a light set of dumbbells just because I'm going a little easy today, but to really work on your strength, you might want to choose a set of dumbbells that is a little bit more challenging to use. So maybe medium to heavier weight, or maybe have like a medium set of dumbbells and one heavier set of dumbbells. Okay, we're gonna get started in just a minute. Let me hold off on that actually. So the first exercise, let me show this to you, is an overhead shoulder press. So you're gonna take your dumbbells in your hands, and then you're going to lift them up towards your shoulders. So your arms again are sort of in that goalpost position. And then you're gonna push those arms overhead. The weights meet at the top. And then you're going to bring those arms down back to a 90-degree angle by your head, and then back up. Just like this. So not bringing the elbows down too far back. You want to just keep the nice 90-degree angle at your elbows there in the downward portion of the exercise before you then push back up. So this is 1 minute of work. If you need to rest at all in that 1 minute, that's totally fine. Please do rest. So we're going to just start with that first exercise, 3 sets of each, and then move to the next exercise. Getting started now. Picking up those weights, putting them by your ears, and then pushing your hands up towards the sky. Great job. Nice, slow and controlled movement. You can breathe out as you push your hands up. Breathe in as your arms come down. Again, take rest as you need it here. Got 14 more seconds. You're doing great. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. A nice 30-second rest here before we go into the next set. So we're working for strength. We're really fatiguing those muscles. We want to have a pretty substantial rest between each set so that you're able to still push in the next set. All right, getting set back up in a few seconds here, picking up those weights. And bringing your arms up back into that shoulder press. As your arms come down, they just go into a 90-degree angle and then push back up. Great job. If you need to rest, you can rest. I'm going to rest for a second here. I'm bringing my arms back up into that shoulder press. Resting again, but keep going if you can. All right, I'm bringing my arms back up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Great work. We just have one more set of those before we move on to our next exercise. everyone had a great weekend. Starting to really feel like fall, which is nice, but it's not too cold yet. All right, pick those weights back up. We're gonna get started with that last set of shoulder presses right now. While you're in this position as well, make sure your pelvis is tucked in. So keep moving while I do this, but you don't want your butt sticking out like this. Tuck your pelvis in, and then have a very slight bend in your knees, just like this. Keeping good postural control, even when the exercise isn't necessarily targeting the lower body. Just 20 more seconds here. I'm gonna take a quick rest. Keep going. 10 more seconds. I'm working again. 3, 2, 1, rest. Great job. All right, our next exercise is gonna be overhead tricep extension. So you're gonna take one dumbbell, maybe like a medium weight to slightly heavier weight for you dumbbell. You're gonna grab hold of it, like at the top of the dumbbell here, just like this. See, I'm clasping it. And then you're gonna extend that behind your head. So you're holding it with both hands. And then you're going to push your arms up overhead, targeting your triceps. I have to tell you guys, I usually do much heavier weights for these exercises. Not much heavier, but heavier weights than I'm using. I'm just using 10 pounds today. But this cold is kicking my butt. Keep that movement going. I'm just going no weight for a second. This is the movement you should be seeing. Pushing that weight up towards the sky. 20 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. So the first 3 exercises of this circuit are all upper body, and then the last 3 are going to be lower body. Nice rest here. Ooh. Yeah, it's incredible how your abilities really decrease when you get sick. At least mine do. All right, picking that weight back up, holding it between your hands, bring it overhead, behind your back, and then just push that weight up towards the sky. Great job. And in this minute-long set, or any of these minute-long sets, please rest as you need to. A minute is a lot of time to work, so I'm actually going to drop my weight and just do this with no weight now. A minute is a long work period, so you can think of this as as many reps as possible set. So just doing as many reps as you can within that minute. 15 more seconds. Focusing on your breath. 3, 2, 1, rest. And just like I'm doing where I'm like dropping the weight for some of these exercises because I'm feeling a little worse for wear today, you can do that and you can still feel your muscles engaged. Like even when I'm not holding the weight and I'm doing this, I still feel my triceps engaging. So you're still getting a workout in. All right, got one more set of these. Getting started right now. Picking up that weight, holding it between your hands, extending those arms overhead, and then dropping the weight behind your back. And then pushing your hands up towards the sky, pushing that weight up towards the sky before dropping it back down. I'm going to drop my weight and just do this body weight for the rest of the set. Fun fact, if you're trying to get, more toned arms, or, you want your arms to look stronger, the triceps are the muscles to really focus on because they're the biggest muscle in our arms here, more than our biceps. So they really, when you've got good tricep strength, you'll have some good definition in your arms. And rest. All right. Next exercise is a row. So we're just going to use one dumbbell for this. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to clasp our hands around it like so. We're going to hinge at our hips, just coming down to a flat back position. Feet are about hip width apart, and then you're going to pull that weight towards your chest and then bring it back down. Okay, so starting now. Pull that weight towards your chest and then bring it down. Pulling those elbows up towards the sky. Feeling that squeeze in your shoulder blades. Just pause at the top of this exercise for a moment before you bring that weight back down. Great job. Your back is nice and flat, neutral. Keep working. My headphone's about to fall out, so I'm just going to adjust it. And don't really drop those hands. Lower them with control when you go down with the weight. And rest. Great job. 2 more of those, and then we're going to get into our lower body exercises. A little sip of water here. All right, we're going to get set back up into that exercise. Pick up that weight. Feet are about hip width apart. Hinge at the hips. So your chest is facing the ground, back is nice and straight, and then you're going to start pulling that weight up towards your chest and then lowering it back down with control. Great job. Strengthening the back. You're also kind of working the glutes here, just being in this position. So that's good. And your abs, your core. Don't forget to breathe. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, rest. Great job. Just 1 more of those. Halloween is fast approaching. Do you guys watch any scary movies? I used to be really into scary movies, but as I get older, I just have become like such a baby. And they really freak me out now, but I still like them from time to time. All right, pick that weight back up. Let's do that final set. Feet are about hip distance apart, hinging at the hips, and then pulling that weight up, and then lowering it down. Great job. Slow and controlled movements here. Looking down at the mat. Good job. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Great job. We got through all of our upper body workouts. Now we're going to do our lower body workouts. So you're going to do a goblet squat next. I'm just going to demonstrate what that looks like. You don't have to start working yet. So your feet are wider than hip distance apart, maybe more like shoulder distance apart, or a little bit wider, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Toes are pointed slightly out. Your weight is at your chest. You're holding it between your hands. You're going to squat down and back, and then stand back up. Okay, getting started now. Squat down and back, stand back up slightly, squeeze those glutes at the top, and continue this way. I'm going to show you this view as well. So you want to keep that torso nice and upright, chest is proud. You're sending your weight back towards your heels to keep your knees from tracking over your toes. Great job. And you don't have to use a weight for this. You can also do this body weight, just like any other exercise in this circuit. Great work. And rest. 2 more of those. I thought I might have COVID, but it's just a cold. I took a couple of tests and I'm negative, but it's funny because my taste is not it's not as strong as it normally is, but I guess that happens with a cold too. All right, pick that weight back up. We're gonna get back into those goblet squats, starting now, sinking down, standing up. Great job. Keep that chest shining open. Switch views so you can see this side. Just squat down as far as feels comfortable to you. So we all are working with different ranges of motion. Some people can like squat all the way down here and stand back up. Some people maybe just up here. Some people in the middle. Just work with where you're at. 5 more seconds here. And rest. Great work. Just 1 more of those. My headphones just made a funny noise. I hope they're still working. I hope that wasn't telling me that my headphones are dead. All right, pick that weight back up. We're gonna get set up in that last set of goblet squats. Feet like shoulder distance apart, toes pointed slightly out, and squat down, sending your weight back towards your heels. Keeping your torso upright as much as possible, rather than leaning over your thighs. Taking your time here. Nice controlled movements. Form over speed. Don't completely lock those knees at the top of the squat. You want to keep a nice little bend in those knees. Great job. Under 10 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1, rest. Awesome job. All right, for our next exercise, don't just start it right now, I'm just gonna demo it. We're gonna do lateral lunges. So standing in the middle of your mat, sitting up nice and tall. You're gonna step your right leg out to the side, lunge into that right leg. So you're sinking your right hip back and down into that right leg, standing back up, and then switching sides, sinking into that left leg, and then alternating. Starting now, you can use dumbbells for this or do body weight. I'm doing body weight. If you're using dumbbells, you can hold them by your sides and then frame that supporting leg with the dumbbells as you lunge down. So for this move, just like with a squat or really any lower body exercise, you want to make sure you're sending that weight back towards the heel as opposed to over your leg, over your knee. That'll help you keep your knee behind your toes. And again, listen to your body and just go as deep as you can into that lunge. Rest. Great work. 2 more of those. And then we just got 1 more exercise remaining. All right, getting ready to do those lateral lunges again. Sitting up nice and tall. And starting in 3, 2, 1. Lunging to one side. Standing back up in the middle. And then lunging to the other side. You should feel this through your whole real upper legs and really your upper legs and glute here. Side of your glutes. So you might feel this in your hamstring. You might feel this more in your glutes or your quads. But I'd say the primary focus of this is hitting your glutes. Just 20 more seconds here. Doing good. Keep going. 5 more seconds. We just got 1 more of these to go. And rest. Great job. Get a little sip of water. Okay. Getting back in position, standing up nice and tall. Let's roll the shoulder blades back and down, and then lunging to one side, standing back up in the middle, and then lunging to the other side. You got this. This is our last set of these, and then we just have 1 more exercise, and then we'll do a little cool down. And you can carry on with your day feeling super accomplished. You started out early with a workout. It's no small feat. 30 more seconds, halfway there. I know you got this in you. Keep pushing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Great job. Okay, our last movement here, which we'll do 3 sets of, is a glute bridge. So you're gonna lay on your back, feet are on the mat, knees are pointing up towards the sky, and you can bring your feet forward like a half a step so that when you bring your hips up towards the sky, you've got a 90-degree angle in your knees. So that's what you're going to do in the glute bridge, is bring your hips up towards the sky, feel that squeeze in your glutes, and then bring them back down, up, hold for a second, and then down. You can either do this body weight, or you can hold weights, dumbbells at your hip points. And we're getting started right now. Hips up towards the sky, squeeze, and then back down. Up towards the sky, squeeze, and then back down. And imagine you are holding an imaginary ball between your knees. So your knees aren't coming completely together or staying too wide. You're being held in one place by that tension. Great job. Keep going. And rest. Drop those weights. 2 more sets. Fix my hair real quick. All right, laying back down, getting set up for that glute bridge. I'm gonna go just body weight this time, but if you'd like to use weights, you can. Getting started right now. Pushing those hips up towards the sky and then bringing them down to the mat. Another variation here you can play around with is just holding at the top of that glute bridge for the full 50 seconds. Whatever sounds best to you. So you want those hips lifted nice and high, but you don't want to hyperextend, so don't like push up too much. You just want to push up till you feel those glutes really engage, and then hold for a second, and then come back down to the mat. 5 more seconds. And rest. Just 1 more set. All right. Laying back down on the mat. Maybe pick up your weights if you're going to use them. And for this last one, I'm just going to hold at the top of the glute bridge. So pushing those hips up towards the sky till you feel your glutes engage. And you can either continue to go up and down with your hips or hold like me at the top. You can do this with or without weights. It's called an isometric movement when you're just holding in one position. Doing great. Halfway there. Starting to feel those glutes really fire up. 15 more seconds. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Great work. Our workout is finished. Now we're just going to do a nice cool down. So I think what we'll do is we'll start on the mat here and then we'll finish up standing. So you're ready to stand up and start your day. All right. First, we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to bring your right leg and place the outer edge of your right foot, your right ankle, I should say, on your left thigh, just under your knee. And you should feel a really nice stretch through your right glute, the outer edge of your right glute here. To deepen this stretch, pick up that left foot, grab hold of the back of your left thigh with both hands, and either just hold here or you can gently start to pull that left thigh towards your chest a bit, and then hold here. This is one of my favorite stretches. Slowing everything down here. feeling accomplished for all the work you just did. All right, switching sides, putting that left foot down, right foot down, and then you're gonna bring your left leg up and then place the outer edge of your left ankle on top of your right thigh. And then either just stay here if that's a deep enough stretch, or you're going to clasp your hands behind your right thigh as you pick it up and either hold here or just start to gently pull your right thigh closer towards your chest and hold here. Taking some deep breaths here. And release. Okay, now we're going to open up those hips. So let's bring the soles of your feet together and splay those legs out to the side. Knees are pointing out. And we're just going to hold here, rest here, kind of like your legs are looking like a butterfly wings. And if you'd like, you can raise those arms overhead, stretching out the upper body here as well. Let's hold here. All right, from here you're going to sit up, sitting up nice and tall on the mat. Legs are out in front of you. We're going to fold over those legs. So just bring your arms up overhead and then let yourself fall over those legs. We're going to hold here. Feeling a deep stretch through your hamstrings. Also stretching out the upper back here. All right, rolling back up. From here, let's get into more of a seated position, but you're sitting back on your heels. So not quite kneeling, but I don't know, does this count as kneeling? I'm not quite sure. Sitting back on your heels, basically. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's stretch that shoulder out. So you're gonna bring your arm across your body, your left arm, and then catch it between your right elbow and forearm. And you're gonna, with your right arm, kind of gently pull that left arm towards the right of your body and back towards the back of the room. So you should feel a nice deep stretch through your shoulder here. And we're going to hold here. Just looking at the time, got a couple minutes. All right, and switch sides. Maybe closing your eyes here. All right, and release. Now we're going to position back to standing, and we're going to stretch out our quads. So let's stand up nice and tall, and then you're going to bring your right foot back towards your butt, and then grab hold of your right foot behind your back and stand up nice and tall. You're gently pulling that right foot up a little bit. So you should feel a nice deep stretch through the front of your thigh, through your quads here. So just holding here for a few moments before we switch sides. And switch. So grabbing hold of that left foot behind your back, gently pulling that foot up until you feel that nice deep stretch through your quads. Standing up nice and tall here. Losing my balance. You can also use, balance yourself against a wall here with your free hand if balance is a little tricky. All right, and release. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I'll be back tomorrow with hardcore glutes, and I hope to see you there. Wow, look at my hair. Bye.